proud staff member of Equality Florida, and with my position, I'm privileged enough to also work here in the Osceola County region. And I am speaking in support of this human rights ordinance. As a straight ally myself, I don't face discrimination in the workplace. I've never, based on my sexual orientation or gender identity, I've never had to question that as a student, as an employee, as someone checking into a hotel. I've never had to worry about these issues. But we know here at Equality Florida that discrimination does exist. And these folks who call us, who report their discrimination issues to us, they're so scared, they don't want to speak to the press. They don't want to make a scene. They don't want to be known as that person who called out their employer as being fired, because they are just looking for a job. They just want to pay their bills. So we know these stories exist. We see them every single day, and we do what we can to support these folks. But when they don't have those legal protections, they're not a protected class. And an HRO ensures that these communities have those protections, just like all other minority communities. I want to share the story of someone here in the chamber with us tonight who, she said she was too shy to share her story, but I was like, girl, you got to do it. But she asked that I do it instead for her. And it's Angie Rivera. She was hired in November of 2013, demoted in March of 2014 with no reason given. She was dropped her pay with no reason given. And she worked over 57 night shifts without appropriate compensation with no reason given. Besides all of her other employees, the only difference was her sexual orientation, and she's a resident right here in Osceola County. So these stories, they do exist, and HROs are critical pieces in ensuring these folks can live their lives free of fear and be successful in the community. And we've seen these HROs passed across the state, and there's nothing terrible happens. In fact, the community is a better and happier place to work. Every large business supports this initiative here locally, and I have to tell you that this argument that we hear often about, the communities of faith and the LGBT community being on opposite sides of the spectrum is not true. In fact, we've seen with marriage equality, now the law of the land, that communities of faith are embracing the LGBT community, and especially in communities of color in the LGBT community, religiosity is very strong. So these communities are not at opposite spectrums, and HRO supports an entire community and makes it a better place to live. I commend you all for leading on this effort, and thank you for your time.